This Shabbat, our family will commemorate the 30th Yahrtzeit of my beloved father, Cantor Martin Horowitz, Zichrono Livracha. In this week's Haftorah, when the child of the Shunammite died, Elisha placed himself upon the lifeless body, injecting his own soul, as it were, into the child and reviving him. This has become an eternal lesson to those who wish to teach and inspire others, to breathe life into them. And this is what my father did. He breathed life into everything he did. Already at the young age of 16, he breathed life into the Pelham Parkway community by getting a charter from the Young Israel National Council to open the Young Israel of Pelham Parkway. He served 6 years as its president. Because of him, Pelham Parkway turned into a vibrant community, enhancing the lives of the many Jews who lived there. As a student at the Chafetz Chaim Yeshiva, he bettered the lives of students during the days of the Depression by bringing fresh food to those who could not afford to buy their own. He would leave it outside their doors so as not to embarrass them, the highest madrega of tzedakah. He breathed life into his Talmidim. He had such a great impact on them, many whose lives were changed Jewishly. The young man, who is now a Rosh Yeshiva and is an editor of a Kashrus magazine, attributes all of this to him. A psychologist who was also the author of many books of inspirational stories was inspired by my father. A cardiologist who emulated my father's kindness to people in the way he treated his patients attributed it to him. 3 brothers, one a school principal and 2 doctors. He prepared them for bar mitzvah. He officiated at their weddings, actually making the shidduch for one of them. And he did the brisson for their sons. When their father died, my father was very sick in the hospital and could not pay a shiva call. Instead, he called them on the phone. When they got up from sitting shiva, all 3 went straight to the hospital, the mitzvah of Bikur Cholim, which my father taught them and which we read about in this week's Parsha. And just this past year, a former Talmud who lived just blocks from here told me my father was the pillar in his life, the most influential Jewishly on him. As a mohel, he breathed Jewish life into those people who were now willing to give their children a Jewish education after listening to him speak. Many changed their lives, kashered their kitchens, and got involved Jewishly in their communities. As the first cantor of the Riverdale Jewish Center, he breathed life into this shul and set a standard for involvement in all aspects of the kahila, visiting and cheering up the sick, helping and comforting the bereaved. He was there for all of them, from birth, bris, bar mitzvah, weddings, and in death. He was able to comfort those who, like himself, had lost a child. There were even people who had it in their wills that he should speak when they died. He breathed life into the Cantorial Council of America. He was a founder and first president of the Cantorial Council, affiliated with Yeshiva University, the first organization of Orthodox Chazanim. He was often called upon and graciously gave help to many Chazanim in need of his counsel. He fought to have Chazanim get pensions from their shuls. His life was filled with so many interests that he shared with others. He loved photographing flowers in New York and here in Israel. He loved books, and our house was filled with Sfarim, as well as books on every subject imaginable. Through his music, he breathed life into so many people, with his davening so full of kavanah, evoking the tears on the Yamim Noraim, singing for seniors at the Riverdale Y, singing for Chayalei Tzahal on army bases, and singing at home with my mother and me and my sister. My father, together with my mother, taught us we are here in this world not just for ourselves, but we had to extend ourselves to others. He would have been so proud of his beloved granddaughter, our daughter Sharon, who with our husband Shlomo and sons Elior, Amiyad, and Yagel are living out their dream in Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh. When giving a hesped, my father always spoke to the children and grandchildren, telling them that they had a challenge to continue the work of the person who passed away. May we strive to live up to this challenge of emulating all that he did, and may he be a Melitz Yosher for us all.